everybody. Gonna build on our last Ethernet IP video, and we're gonna pass some data back and forth. And there's a setting in here also that kind of makes some people's lives a little bit easier. I know the last video went kind of quick. Apologies for that. My cat was being a pain in the ass. Okay, so yeah, we're on our Windows 10 project where we have our Ethernet IP adapter, and we created our consuming and producing integers. And so, what we want to do is we want to start sending that data somewhere. So I'm just going to come right to our little ladder logic program here. I'm going to right click and insert a new network below, and I'm going to use something that CODESYS has that I really like, and some people like it. It's called a blink. So I'm going to insert an empty box up here, and you can do that via up there, or you can right click in the rung and say insert empty box, or with enable in and enable out. But as soon as it's in ladder logic, and we're gonna type in blink, and so it didn't pull up in that list, and I'll explain why, so that way I can show you. We can just set this to true, and we need to declare this, so we'll just call this blink1, and it's a type of blink, and it's going to be in our object in this program here. So this is going to be like a program tag. Time low and time high, so we do T hashtag or pound, and we'll do 500 milliseconds. And then I'm just going to copy and paste that there. And now I'm going to put another coil here, and I want to put this inside one of our producing. But we can see here on our mapping, we don't really have anything mapped here. So what you can do is you can directly write individual bit variables in here. Like if you wanted to say like bit 0, you could do that. And so it creates a global mapping for it. Or you can just do the whole integer. So we can do consume bits, produce bits. And so now I'll show you how we can go ahead and do that. Now we'll be able to call to write to any of these that we need to. So the consume bits can, most people, if you're new to Ethernet IP, we're going to produce bits on this side, and our other side is going to consume them. And then our producing on our other side will come in to here on consume. So it'll be back and forth. And so now we notice that we have this here, we have that there, we have errors on here because we don't have a bit here, and it looks like we have an error with our blink. So now I know what that is, and we'll go over that. So we're going to do a producing bit. We'll do the first bit, which is 0. So you can call the whole thing and do the integer and then a period and then 0 for the first bit. And as you can see here, we do have a problem with our blink. And the reason why is because we need to put it into a library. And so we're going to add a library, and we're just going to find it by typing blink. There's our blink, and it's in the utils library. So we're going to add that. And now our error went away, and it should have added it down here. So this is going to add a lot of neat little tools and tricks. So now we should be able to compile this and download. Zero errors, so we're going to go ahead and do a download. And we're going to hit play. So now our little blink is flashing every half a second here. we can go to our module and we can see that our first bit is coming on and off. So now we can pop over to our Windows 11 side, and we can go online here. This is like this because we did a download, and it will go away, or you can do the acknowledge. And so now we have this here. So what happens normally if you have it set up not correctly, but this will show you in the last video. If we come here and we go to PLC settings, it's because I have always update variables. So if we do that, so now when we come here, this is, if we didn't have that selected, it would look like this. The Ethernet IP is still running, and the information is coming across, but in our previous videos we said, oh, well, we didn't use it like when we were setting up our persistent variables. So this is kind of just sitting here. And so if we go back offline and we go to device, so if you just want to check data back and forth, you can say, yes, we want to always update the variables if they're being used or not. So now we're back to where we were. So even if we don't have anything mapped for these, or we're not using it in the code, we would see them here. We as we can see here. So now we can send another bit. We can do the same thing here. We would say consuming. We would put a bit here and write code, and then it would populate over on this side on consume bits. It says we're not updating anything for this one here because we're not using anything. So we would have to come here again on this project, and same thing, PLC settings. So you notice we have disabled. So we're going to enable. I'm going to download again. So now it's reading, our project is reading just like the other, and we are producing something. So let's go ahead and do a consume bit over on the other side, so that way we can show it there. So we're going to go offline with our project, and we are going to come here. We'll add a rung below, and we're going to do the same thing here. Oh my God. Oh my God, I spelled that wrong. There we go. Jesus. Early this morning, sorry. Everybody makes mistakes. Let's do T 700 milliseconds. So now we need to come here, and so this would be consuming. So let's pick the fifth one. So now we're going to log in with a download. Hit play. And now, here's our 5th bit, so we're passing the data back and forth. Hope this cleared up a couple of things for people. Thanks for watching. Peace, love, and happiness. If you liked the video, please give it a like, subscribe, and talk to y'all later. Bye.